Welcome to Epstein, Becker, Green's Employment Law This Week podcast. I'm George Whipple. Pay Transparency Laws. In an effort to improve pay equity, a growing number of states are turning to these transparency provisions, which require employers to disclose compensation information. Virginia and Maine are the latest states to add these regulations. Virginia's law takes effect July 1st, and Maine's July 29th. Epstein, Becker, Green's Adam Tomiak tells us more about these new laws.
Like many other laws of this nature, both require disclosure of compensation information in job postings, though neither require any disclosure of benefits information as may be required in other jurisdictions. Some important differences that distinguish these new laws from varying other laws nationally on the topic include that in Maine, there is a 10-employee coverage threshold that may provide relief for smaller employers. In Virginia, the law combines pay transparency with another key law on the topic of pay equity, the salary history ban.
Maine employers will also be required to provide a salary range to current employees upon request. Epstein, Becker, Green's Nancy Gunzenhauser-Popper tells us more about this growing trend.
Different states are approaching pay equity laws with slightly different versions. This started out with laws prohibiting employers from paying employees differently on the basis of sex and expanded into other protected categories. Then there were a round of laws that stopped employers from asking applicants, how much do you currently make? And those were called salary history bans. The pay transparency on job postings is the latest in the round of pay equity laws and hopes to get employers thinking about what they want to pay employees instead of using past pay practices to establish current pay for employees.
And what does this patchwork of pay equity laws mean for employers?
These laws may be implicated anytime your managers, HR, or recruiters, both internal and external, are interacting with candidates about joining your workforce. As a result, educating these stakeholders on various topics relating to recruiting is critical, including the questions they cannot ask candidates, information that they must provide candidates, and general best practices for securing the right candidate while avoiding unnecessary legal risk.
Employers need to stay on top of where they actually have employees. Some of these laws will apply even if you just have one remote employee working in that state. And so to be mindful of the fact that pay transparency may be required on job postings, even if the job will be fully remote. Employers should also be evaluating their current pay practices, and in light of Maine's new law, be prepared to offer a salary range for current employees upon request.
Thanks, Nancy and Adam. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
This podcast is presented by Epstein, Becker, & Green, PC. All rights are reserved. This audio recording includes information about legal issues and legal developments. Such materials are for informational purposes only and may not reflect the most current legal developments. These informational materials are not intended and should not be taken as legal advice on any particular set of facts or circumstances, and these materials are not a substitute for the advice of competent counsel. The content reflects the personal views and opinions of the participants. No attorney-client relationship has been created by this audio recording. This audio recording may be considered attorney advertising in some jurisdictions under the applicable law and ethical rules. The determination of the need for legal services and the choice of a lawyer are extremely important decisions and should not be based solely upon advertisements or self-proclaimed expertise. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.